Hello and welcome to this week's episode of
Advice from Your Besties.
Woo!
Woo! This is where we take your questions and we try to give you some advice and we'll at least give you thoughts on what you should do. So,
if not words.
If not words, there's definitely words. My husband and I have been married for 11 years and we have 2 wonderful kids. Several years ago, my husband wanted to try to be more adventurous in bed and he wanted to try cucking. Cucking? C-U-C-K-I-N-G.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we tried it out and it was a little bit too much for me, but we did it like 4 times a year. Slippery slope though. Now his cucking fantasies have gotten more defined. He's found 2 more partners for me and we explored that and it was okay.
I don't know what it is. Here, let's look it up.
Yeah.
Could you look it up?
Oh, is it when you like watch your partner have sex with someone? Hold please.
It is a slippery slope. I really feel strongly.
Make a man cuckold by having a sexual relationship with his wife. So the husband's watching his wife have sex with someone else.
You remember that movie with Ryan Gosling and Steve Carell?
Yeah.
He's like, I've been cuckold at the bar. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think of when I hear the word.
Okay. He likes being emasculated.
That's his thing.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, oh my God, where was I in this question? Long story short, he's been having this cuckolding fantasy. She's hooked up with a couple of guys in front of him. She's no longer comfortable with it, but now he's finding other partners to cuckold him.
So he's becoming her pimp.
Yes, exactly. And she does not want to be pimped out anymore. Mm-hmm. How does she get out of the situation?
Close your legs.
To married men.
To men.
That's a Real Housewives quote. You close your legs to married men.
I think you say, I don't want to have sex anymore.
Like at all.
Yeah.
Even with your husband.
At this point, we need to take sex off the table. I need to get over this. I need to heal for a minute. I really feel like, you know, it would have been one thing if it was like, oh, we went to a sex club and I watched a lady fill you up, or maybe you made out with a lady. That seems sanctionable if you are okay with that. But like now you've turned into, this has become a runaway freight train.
Yeah. And if he's going to be like, well, I still want to do this. Okay. Then maybe it's time to just be like open relationship.
What if you don't want one though?
Yeah, then I guess leave him. Then
okay, slow down. Hey, your kink has now come in the way of our family. I need you to sit down and I need you to go away and I need you to think hard. Like, is this kink, are you prepared to throw everything away for this kink? Like, you know, it was cute and I was down for engaging in whatever you think your fantasy was, but this is a little bit of a bait and switch and I'm not prepared for this.
What if he's like, yeah, this is really important to me?
Well, I appreciate that it's important, but it is now crossing a boundary for me. So how do you want to proceed?
So then the ball's back in his court.
Mm-hmm. He started this game.
He did.
And ideally, I don't know. It sounds like because she didn't mention it, but like by not mentioning it, I'm assuming that there were no parameters put on this.
Yeah, it sounds like, well, she said it was a slippery slope. So it sounded like, oh, maybe this would happen once or twice. And then it's become a whole thing. Yeah. It's like a third person in your relationship.
Oh, yeah. Where I do feel optimistic, if this is at all possible, is that it's not the same recurring person, because that's where feelings start to develop. So if you get like a new person swapped in and every out, but like, can I be concerned about STDs?
Yes.
Can I be concerned that like, I don't necessarily want somebody else penetrating me. Maybe I only wanted to be with you in the first place. And now like you need to.
Maybe you should threaten filing charges for sex trafficking on him.
Okay, well that seems extreme. But it's like, hey guy, this is no longer the healthy marriage that I signed up for. I'm sorry. That's a challenging one.
Yeah. All right, next one. Hey guys, 48-year-old lady over here. Since I first met my trainer, I've noticed how beautiful his face is. I don't have to mention his build. My dilemma is he's a good professional trainer, 30-something years old, but I'm crushing hard. I keep thinking of him even when I'm home, and my heart aches each time I think of him. I'm only on my 6th training session and I'm super confused. What is happening? Maybe I'm having problems with my husband. I really need to stop this obsession. Help me.
How many more visits are left on your package with this trainer?
Can you gift them to someone else or just call it a wash?
Or can you, so what? There's lots
Yeah.
of people we can lust after. I think at the young age of 48, you have it within you to be strong enough not to act on these impulses. How about celebrate the fact that you get to be in the presence of something so beautiful and something you admire so much? Don't fuck this up. Keep going to the trainer. Make your trainer proud of you by getting in shape. That way, your trainer will want to continue to work with you. Get into his favor that way and do nothing about it. You could have 2 men lusting after you. So play your cards right and stop fucking around in your head. Oh my God. So what? Lots of things are pretty.
Yeah. As a female chiropractor, when I first started my practice, I only had male clients because they just thought I was pretty. So, you know what? It's a good ego boost for the trainer as well if you stick around. And maybe that's his calling card in his business.
Duh.
His pretty face.
What do you think?
Right? Like, that's probably how you ended up with him. You're like, that one looks nice. I want to work out with that one.
And do you think you're the only one that lusts after his pretty face and his hot bod? No. Don't be another statistic in this guy's world. You know what I mean? Like, be better than that.
Yeah. Enjoy the training sessions. Like,
Work out harder. Modify your diet. Make him proud. Just leave it at that.
Yeah. Enjoy your time with him.
Yeah. And try to...
It's nothing else.
No. And minimize the amount of time you're letting it torture yourself. Like, there have been times where, like, I've crushed hard on someone, but I also know this will pass. And why don't you reinvest in your relationship with your husband?
Yeah. If seeing this hot guy at the gym, doesn't that make you like, oh, this guy's really hot. I'm feeling feelings. I'm just going to transfer that over to my husband.
They say it doesn't matter where you get your appetite so long as you eat at home.
Oh, that's a good one.
It is a good one.
So good luck. Okay. My friend is getting married 4 hours away from me. My boyfriend isn't able to go, so I'd be going solo. My friend decided that since I'm solo, I'll be rooming with one of the cousins that I don't know. I am not down with that, so now I'm debating not going.
Oh, come on.
What should I do?
Jesus Christ.
Why would she take it upon herself to room you with a roomie? Get your own hotel.
Maybe to, like, save money on her.
Well,
For
yeah,
her.
like I get that to save money for her cousin, but like,
No, for her, maybe. Maybe it was, then use your words and say, I'm not comfortable with that. I would prefer to have my own room. Why do you have to go to, like, the lowest place possible? I'm not going to go to my friend's wedding. Don't be a bitch. You're going to go, and maybe you'll suck it up for a night that you're going to sleep with the cousin. Big fucking deal. Hey, if your boyfriend wasn't such a loser, he'd be going with you, but he's not. So by default, you're kind of acting like a loser too. You guys deserve each other. And I think, so what if one night you opened yourself up and let yourself be vulnerable and be there for your friend and the cousin? Who knows? You might make a new friend. Ugh.
you could totally make a new friend, and you're just sleeping there. No one is forcing you to have
You're not gonna have sex with her.
Yeah. You don't have to have like a full on slumber party. You can go to bed.
You're not taking your clothes off and having a pillow fight, are you? Like, be open to new experiences. It's not ideal in the beginning, but maybe if you change your mindset and maybe you're like, okay, maybe I wouldn't have chosen this. But you know what? What's your alternative? Going home to your loser boyfriend?
You know what you should do? Take her up on this hotel room offer. And then if there's a pre-party opportunity, invite even more cousins and more people to hang out with you. So you're breaking the ice. Now you're getting to know the cousin. You're making friends with everyone pre-wedding. Make sure that you're the life of the party.
Make your room the party room?
Mm-hmm. Make your room the party room. So then even if you happen to not like the cousin, now you have the party room. So after the wedding, the party continues on. You don't even have to converse with the other person if you don't want to. They're just kind of there sharing space. You'll get really fucked up. You'll just like pass out and go to bed, wake up and roll out. And you'll never see her again, probably.
Right. You're going to the wedding. You don't be threatening not to go. What kind of friend are you if you threaten? Or get your own room. What do you want me to tell you?
You know what? When I got married, one of my friends was not going to come because she was fighting with one of my other friends. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are ridiculous. You're not there. You're not there to entertain yourself. You're there to support the couple. So put all your bullshit aside and you show up for the couple. And that's that on that.
Yeah.
One more quick one. I'm 25 and I'm dating a 55-year-old. Our relationship is basically sexual, but I want more. He isn't willing to give more. How do I make it work?
You don't.
You know, it is what it is.
I'm sorry. And that's the problem, where you shouldn't mess around with people to begin with in the beginning, because you know what? You are going to catch feels. Yeah, I don't care if it's your one night stand, it's your constant booty call, it's the person across the street that you hook up with. I mean, if you're hooking up and there's sex involved, you're going to develop feelings. That's just how it works with women. So what kind of relationship do you expect? I mean, if you're in a relationship with a 55-year-old person, you could step back and be like, what am I doing? What kind of person is in a relationship with someone 30 years younger? They're dating you because they know there is no future with you. That's intentionally why they picked you. Like, because if they pick someone more age appropriate, it wouldn't be unreasonable for the person to be like, oh, I want to get married and have children. And they are clearly not down for that. Like, they are just, I mean, sure, they may care for you, but they will never give you what you need. And you are a young, thriving individual who deserves to be cherished and have someone that is like, I want to give you everything you want. Instead of like having to like bargain and beg for what you want because you picked the wrong person. Maybe not initially. But this was never going to be what you wanted it to be.
No, it's never going to be that. And he could probably drag you along for 5 more years. And then once you hit 30, he'll be like, ugh, no, definitely not anymore. Like, now you're going to want kids. Now you're going to want to get married, even more than you do now. So either if you're cool with just like living life in your 20s, get some multiple pots on the oven so that you have multiple options.
Irons in the fire?
Irons in the fire.
Or pots? Yeah, I don't think pots.
Pots on the stove?
It's irons in the fire.
Irons in the fire. Yeah. So have multiple irons in the fire, because if he's just giving you the sex, okay, cool. Maybe you have another one that's a little bit more emotional connection, and that could work out. I think you should have like a backup plan.
It sounds like you maybe aren't down for like, you're just going to have, there's never going to be a good time to break up with this person. But the sooner you do, the sooner you can get to having what you want. Oh, you only want it with this person? That's fair. I get that. But that's never going to happen. So you have to accept what's real. Lindsay's right. You do want to have more irons in the fire. There's never going to be a good time. Like, it almost seems counterintuitive to start adding an additional partner into your life when all you want to do is settle down with this guy. But you need to be distracted and slowly inch and ease yourself out of this chokehold desire to be with this person. They've been using you.
And then you're going to have your eyes opened up by having more irons in the fire. And then you'll see what this guy is definitely lacking.
Yeah, I do think maybe start seeing other people in addition to the guy that you've been seeing all this time. And then you can, to Lindsay's point, start seeing like, oh, these strangers are offering me things that this guy that I'm crushing hard on never really offered to provide in the first place. I'm sorry that you're going through this. I've experienced it too, and it's pretty painful. There's no doubt about it. But it's like the only thing that you can do is to walk away. And the sooner you embrace the suck, the sooner you'll get to the life you want and deserve.
Yay. I like that one.
That was real advice.
That was real
advice. And I'm
advice.
really sorry, because you know what? It's a real bummer. And, or here's a telltale story. Here's why you should leave, because maybe they will get married to you. And you think that's amazing. But what they're telling you is, I can't give you the life you lead. Let's say you wear them down. They feel obligated because they've been with you for 10 years now. They will cheat on you with someone who fulfills the needs that they wanted initially by dating a 20-year-old. So you need to honor yourself and get the heck out of there.
Get it. Get out.
Get it.
Get it. All right. Well, that's all of our advice for today. So thank you for listening.
Have any updates from my secret admirer?
No, other than like, hey, let's go out. Hey, when are we going to hang out? So, no.
I know.
Same old.
I know I'm looking for love, and I know I'm not supposed to. I'm just supposed to let it drop into my lap. Here I am in my bed. Just come on in.
I would say your secret admirer is not it.
Clearly, but no. I like the thought of someone being interested.
That could be my secret admirer. Probably not. Okay, so anyways, make sure to share this episode with your bestie. And if we gave you advice, circle back around and let us know if we helped you at all. And make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe, all the things on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at SoFiredPod. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.